Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana is tamu sana. For some days now, there have been some speculations that Lunga Member of Parliament, Kati Mwashetani, a very close William Ruto ally, was dumping William Ruto for Azimio. Those have been the speculations for some days now. And earlier today, ODM's Director of Communication, Philip Etale, also just added to those speculations through his Facebook account. Philip Etale: salamu zimfikie mheshimiwa Kati Mwashetani. That's Philip Etale's post some few hours ago. And this post is just an indication that maybe Mwashetani might be joining Azimio. And Philip Etale here is just trying to impress him or to welcome him to Azimio. Or maybe Philip Etale is also just speculating. So in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to find out exactly what might be happening at the coast. Because also some few days ago, there were also such speculations that Aisha Jumwa was also on her way to ODM, only for her to come out clearly to distance herself from such claims and rumors. What is exactly happening at the coast? That's our analysis and discussion right now. If in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. What is actually happening at the coast? Is Raila still holding firmly, or rather, is Raila is he still as strong as he was at the coast? Or is Raila losing his grip of the coast? That's what I want us to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Some few months ago, Kilifi Governor Amason Jeffa Kingi dumped ODM and he formed his party. And there were also some speculations, and he was even showing some strong signals that he was actually going to work with William Ruto. But about a month now, Kilifi Governor Amason Jeffa Kingi made an about turn and stated that now he's going to support Raila Amolo Odinga for the presidency. And that was seen that the ground was very hostile against his party, and that the ground might have forced him to work with Raila Amolo Odinga. Yes, we all know that Kilifi Governor is a very strong personality in Kilifi politics. But now maybe the pressure from the ground forced Amason Jeffa Kingi to support Raila Amolo Odinga. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I know of about 4 by-elections that have been done at the coast in general. There was a by-election that was done in Msambweni where an independent candidate actually won, and William Ruto and his team took credit for that. Though it was later established that it was the strength of that candidate that made him actually win, and not because of his association to maybe William Ruto. And also because that candidate was also in ODM and a very strong candidate in ODM, but upon sensing that maybe he was going to be rigged out, he opted to contest as an independent candidate. So his win was largely seen as purely because of his strength. And then after that, we had a ward by-election in Ganda Ward, Aisha Jumwa's constituency in Malindi. And at that time, Aisha Jumwa was a very strong supporter and a defender of William Ruto. And Aisha Jumwa did all she could to campaign for her candidate. In fact, her candidate was the MCA in that area, was the immediate MCA in that area through ODM. But as Aisha Jumwa was defecting to Ruto's side, the MCA also defected with Aisha Jumwa. So there was a ward by-election there in Ghana Ward, and a candidate that this Aisha Jumwa's candidate had beaten in previously in the last election, upon this MCA crossing over to Aisha Juma's side, he contested through another party. And then this other candidate he beat in the last election crossed over to ODM. This candidate beat him hands down with a very big margin in that ward by election. So in that case, ODM's candidate won. And then we also had the Basso ward in Kilifi North constituency. Interestingly, these by-elections are just happening in areas that William Ruto has his foot soldiers. In Kilifi North again, there is also this member of parliament, Owen Baya, who is a very close ally of William Ruto. There was a ward by-election there in a ward called Dabaso. And then again, their ODM candidate also beat Owen Baya's candidate, who is aligning himself to William Ruto. ODM's candidate won that seat. And then there was also another one in Tana River that Jubilee Party won. So in all the 4 by-elections that I know of, we can say that Azimio as a team have won 3, Independent has taken 1. So in my considered opinion, I tend to believe that as things stand today, Raila Amolo Odinga is still a force to reckon with at the coast. So these leaders supporting William Ruto at the coast, they might be feeling the pressure, the heat from the ground. The ground is forcing them to align themselves to Raila Amolo Odinga. But maybe because of the way they've been insulting Raila Amolo Odinga, they are still weighing their options. In the case of Aisha Juma has declared that he's going for gubernatorial seat in Kilifi. And I know that's a clever way of her to avoid a humiliating defeat in the parliamentary race, because in the parliamentary race, we have very strong candidates angling in the Azimio who have so far declared their interest. We have Professor Philip Charo, and then we have William Chengo, former member of parliament. All these are angling in the Azimio team. So Aisha Jumwa cleverly avoided that looming defeat. And now she has preferred to go for Kilifi gubernatorial seat. And there again, it's a given fact that she might not even win that seat. So Aisha Juma, maybe she has been feeling some pressure from the ground. But now just how to go back to ODM, that's the problem. Because even if she goes back, she will still be defeated. So in having realized all that, or rather putting all those into considerations, Aisha Juma felt that maybe she can just come out to deny that actually she's joining ODM. But the truth of the matter here is that the Aisha Juma and largely leaders from the coast supporting William Ruto, they might be feeling pressure from the ground. Kati Mwashetani, another William Ruto ally, I strongly believe he might be feeling pressure from the ground. The ground is hostile against William Ruto. And by extension, the ground is becoming hostile against him. So he believes that unless he aligns himself with the Azimio parties, he might not even get re-elected. So in my considered opinion again, this member of parliament, he might be feeling the pressure from the ground, the heat to dump William Ruto. And maybe it's just a matter of time before we see him maybe dumping William Ruto. Otherwise, from where I sit, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, looking at the political reality at the coast, Raila Amolo Odinga, in my considered opinion, has largely maintained his stronghold of the coast. I can say that there is no much difference from 2017 elections and now. If Raila had about 80% in the last elections in 2017 at the coast, I still tend to believe he still has that support, something like that. Nothing has changed much. And this is the main reason why we are seeing leaders from the coast maybe showing some signs they want to join Azimio. And the same thing is replicating in Western, where almost all leaders, upon Mudavadi joining William Ruto, they all dumped Mudavadi and are now angling in the Azimio team. So in my considered opinion, nothing much has changed at the coast. Raila still has almost the same support he had in 2017. Nothing has changed much. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me stop there. But before I conclude, let me remind you that if you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.